Yo, so I wanted to make a part two to my video, purging dense emotions and cultivating emotional intelligence. So if you look at my channel, the one before this will probably be the first part. So this topic, there's a lot of layers, right? But what I want to talk about is sitting in the fire, right? Because when we're purging, that's what it can feel like. It can feel like we're sitting in the fire. It's like we're burning, right? Because in a way, when we allow ourselves to feel certain densities, we're relinquishing control and we're releasing those things. And because we've been so identified with a lot of those feelings, when we relinquish them, it feels like it dying in a way, like a burning. It's like the light of awareness. When we look at these things, it burns away. It burns away those emotions, so it can feel very uncomfortable, many sensations. And I know for me, just like certain, everyone has different sensations and different things. Like for me, a lot of my purging symptoms was like twitches, right? And like releases through my body. So just anyone that's going through that, like, if you need to seek medical advice or whatever, that's cool. Like, this isn't medical advice. This is just like what I've gone through. And sometimes ascension symptoms can be a bit, a bit, yeah. So as well with purging, I find that obviously doing it while sober, right, it is how we should be doing it, right? A lot of the times when we are using substances and certain things, we're distorting our perception, we're distorting things, and it's just that we're distorting things. So I understand plant medicine and things like that, like right, I understand all that, and there can be uses with things, especially with intention and balance, of course, right? So there's just that. Everyone's got their own thing, and I'm not here to tell anyone what to do. So so as well, I'm trying to get everything across before my battery dies, sorry. In the midst of addiction, and a lot of we go into addiction a lot of the times when we've got dense emotions and we're kind of looking for an out of those things. So if you are doing that, just bringing more awareness, right? Bring as much awareness as you can to these patterns of addiction, right? Why are you going into these addictions? And feel all the feelings that come with it, the shame, the guilt, and bring awareness to like every aspect of that, because that's how we break free of it. We first bring awareness to it, right? But not like feeling the guilt and shame, but not necessarily letting it pull you further into that cycle, but having that, being able to step back and have a look at things from a broader perspective, because we can get pulled into the vortex of shame and guilt easily with addictions, right? It's that's what pulls us a lot of times into that addiction, further into it. Like the more, like when I say pull yourselves out and look from a greater perspective, the more we allow things and we allow emotions to come up, to be processed, the more we create that separation from the observer and the, I guess, the egoic sense of self, right? You create that separation where you're able to look. You're not just in your ego and you're in that like pain and that density. You're able to look at it from the observer point, right? So the more you do that, the more the space you build in between, right? And you can sit in awareness and allow. And the more you do that, the more space you build. I don't know if that's making sense to anyone, but for me it makes sense. So So when we do allow ourselves to go really deep in our emotions, and we build that emotional intelligence, right? We're going to the depth of our emotions. We naturally are able to see other people and how their emotions are working with them, right? We don't see everything about other people, but you know, when we go through certain things with our emotions, naturally we can see that in other people, right? We can see what other people experience that we've went through, right? So it gives us the ability to be more empathetic with people and compassionate with people and understanding with people, as you know, we've been through the same things, right? As well, with a lot of these emotions, it's like a layered thing. A lot of the time it's not just one emotion coming up, right? It's like layered it's layered, and there's different emotions in this one, like, I guess you could call it, like Eckhart Tolle said, the pain body, right? It's so the surface level, it could be say we've got insecurities, like we don't look good enough or something, but below that there's levels to it, right? There's deep-rooted shame, like unworthiness, and then anger, self-hatred, right? So there's layers, and the more we go into it, the more, I have a mentor that says the Pandora box, right? Like, it's like when you it's like you go deeper and deeper, and you like unlock where like this is all stemming from, and it's like the memory comes back of where this is all stemming from, right? So like, this isn't, you know, this isn't a like one and done, you sit with one emotion and that's it, right? It's like we've got to peel back the layers of ourselves and our emotions. So it's not just, you know, it's like a slow, drawn out process, at least it was for me. So you've got to give yourself time and really let these emotions work out. So sorry, I'm just having a look at my notes I wrote down. So I just want to give like maybe a tip, right? So especially with heavy, dense emotions, like surrendering to that, right? And really like loosening your body, and just, in a way, for me, when I just go limp and just like, it's not a giving up, right? It's just a surrender. It's like you're not giving up and going, oh, I'm like sick of it. It's like allowing, right? It's that allowing, and like loosening your body and allowing those emotions to permeate through your body, and allowing it to be there, right? And as well, like stretching your body, stretching and releasing things. You know, you don't have to do yoga or whatever, but that helps, right? Yoga, stretches, that can clear up a lot of density, because we store a lot of, you know, things in our body. It's not just in our heart and our emotions. Like we store a lot of dense feelings everywhere in our body, right? So stretching and like loosening yourself up, and, you know, have a dance or something, right? Like breath work is very powerful. It's like we can really regulate our nervous system, right, with our breath, intentional breathing, or even just following your breath, right, and allowing your breath to you know, there's a lot of different ways to do this. Everyone has their own unique way. So whether you go look a YouTube video for breath work, or, you know, you make your own technique, right? Or just, you know, sit and follow your breath, right? Even just deep breathing, and you know, like you sit and deep breathe, you regulate your nervous system, and you allow your emotions more. Like when we're shallow breathing, you know, that's when we have the panic attacks, right? Another thing with panic attacks, because I know that can be a big thing with a lot of people, a lot of the time that's like resistance to certain feelings, right? So it's like fear of the fear itself. So you're like resisting feeling your emotions, and that adds another layer, right? So then you're actually perpetuating things. So really looking, like that's what I said, there's so many layers, right? So we've really got to like really be more self-aware in ourselves. Just like look at how we're processing things, look at how we're reacting to certain things and what's triggering us. And when we do that, we go into more of those layers. We're cultivating that emotional intelligence, because that's what it is. Like we're so complex as human beings. When you go, we have so many layers, mate. Shrek, mate. Like what did he say? You know, ogres are like onions, right? But like humans, mate, we're this exact same, right? We have so many layers, right? And when we start to bring awareness to those layers and actually watching them instead of just ignoring them, we start to cultivate that emotional intelligence, because we're bringing awareness to our emotions. We're not just suppressing them and running away from them. Like when we run away from them, that's when we're resisting. That's when we're resisting, and that's when we perpetuate the madness. So I've talked fast in this, but I'm running low out of battery, so hopefully this meant something to someone. So this is part 2. Yeah. So I think that's pretty good. I think that is pretty good. And there's a lot of bird noises there. Hopefully you guys like that, because I know I do. If it annoys you, then that's a trigger, man. You gotta have a look at that. All right. You guys probably already see my view aids in my background. Moon's out, full moon tonight. Very nice, very good. All right. Catch us later. All right, see ya.